Hi, my name is Mandara Numriandini. My student ID is 22240900071. Right now, I'm gonna be explaining you about the benefits of social networking service use. There is evidence of a broad range of benefits to young people associated with the use of SNS. I will summarize the benefits of social networking service use. The first, media literacy. The role of media literacy for digital literacy and cyber safety has been well established. Research indicates that the use of social networking services can support the development of media literacy. The creation and sharing of content on services such as MySpace has been seen to increase young people's technical literacy, as they learn to use code to create their profiles and create content, and visual literacy as they draw from and reuse media in appropriate ways for communication and self-expression. Given written text, photos, animations, sounds, music, video clips are core components of SNS. Young people develop a deeper understanding of the production, nature, and use of various forms of content, which is otherwise missing from school curricula. The second, education. There is much interest from school, TAFE, and universities in the potential of public SNS and social media such as blogs to leverage or complement formal educational activities and enhance learning outcomes. SNS is also being used to extend opportunities for formal learnings across geographical contexts. Using SNS, young people from the two schools interact with learners from over 40 other schools. Additionally, SNS used between teachers and students can improve rapport and motivation and engagement with education. The third, creativity. Rapid uptake of digital technologies have opened up unprecedented possibilities for amateur users to create and distribute content. User-generated content describes both the generation of original creative content and remixed content that creatively reworks and repurposes existing content. The interrelationship between SNS and social media has provided key impetus for the sharing of his self-generated content with broader networks. Young people in particular are more immersed in this participatory media environment than any other age group. They now create and share their own small media in their everyday communicative, creative, and social activities. The fourth, individual identity and self-expression. SNS are increasingly important for expression of identity. This articulation is not merely narcissistic, but supports critical peer-based sociality. Because SNS are essentially flexible and designed to promote individual customization, young people use SNS to experiment as well as find legitimacy for their political, ethnic, cultural, or sexual identity. SNS can also reinforce parts of their identity, such as ethnicity or cultural background, particularly important for young people with chronic illness, newly arrived migrants, or minority ethnic groups. The fifth, strengthening interpersonal relationships. Having a positive interpersonal relationship is an important predictor of well-being and can buffer individuals from many of the key stressors that characterize the transition from childhood to adulthood. Internet use generally has been found to strengthen young people's existing interpersonal relationships. Email, instant messaging, and social networking can address new barriers young people may face to forming and maintaining positive social relationships. The sixth, developing new interpersonal relationships. For some young people, particularly those who are marginalized or otherwise socially isolated, online relationships provide a significant and sometimes the only opportunity for such socialization. As a study of SNS for young people who suffer chronic illness and disability demonstrates not only did it provide the opportunity to develop such friendships, but participants described this friendship as true friends that were amongst their most dependable and enduring. This ability to connect with others with shared values, views, needs, or experiences can assist young people experiencing marginalization to identify potential supportive connections in their local community. The 7. Convergence of online and offline spaces. The debate over whether SNS only foster access to relationships or whether they are an important facilitator of new relationships is based on an assumed distinction between face-to-face and online communication. There is increasing evidence that young people experience online and offline social worlds as mutually constituted and flexibly combine a number of modes of technosocial interaction. Indeed, young people are increasingly engaging simultaneously in online and offline social networks. For example, multiplayer gaming has a long tradition of combining online and offline interaction of players, with internet cafes and LAN parties providing such spaces. 8. Sense of belonging and collective identity. SNS play a significant role in the formation of new form of collective identity. For example, studies have found that SNS can help young people who are sexually and gender diverse to meet people and learn from each other. This sense of belonging and acceptance can mean that young people who may be more vulnerable to isolation, such as those with chronic illness or disability, often remain members of an online community long after the initial impetus is gone. Content sharing plays a major role in cultivating belonging and a sense of collective identity. Sharing written, visual, or audio content on SNS that represents or portrays an individual or community experience invites others to engage and relate. 9. Strengthening and building communities. Research shows that SNS can facilitate a sense of connectedness, community, and belonging. The opportunity to express oneself creatively, explore and experiment with identity, and the production as well as consumption of online content is central to the way that SNS strengthens and builds communities. 10. Civic engagement and political participation. SNS constitute new spaces for civic engagement and political participation, including information sharing and bringing together new networks for action utilizing email, user-generated content, and other networking practices. Studies in the US find that 37% of 18 until 29 years old use blogs and SNS for political or civic engagement. SNS are being used for discussion, organization, and mobilization as part of emerging political discourse in young people's everyday. 11. Well-being. While research specifically on SNS use needs to be conducted, it has been argued that SNS functionality has a key role to play in strengthening social connectedness, self-efficacy, general knowledge, and life skills, and is critical for the promotion of young people's overall mental health and well-being. The personalization of SNS profile is not only important to young people's relationship with others, but is positively associated with the individual sense of self-efficacy or personal agency. Young persons' sense of ownership over the online space also enhance their sense of empowerment and accomplishment, which reinforces the sense of belonging and attachment to community. The last conclusion and future direction. Social networking services, or SNS, are significant players in the Web 2.0 environment, transforming communication practices, opening new spaces and processes of socialization, and impacting upon traditional social structures. This review of the benefits of SNS also points to some potential opportunities to extend and improve conceptualization of cyber citizenship and policy and practice. Finally, this discussion of the benefits of SNS illuminates the way in which the online and offline worlds are mutually constituted. However, cyber citizenship as a concept has a tendency to reinforce notions that there is a distinction between computer and web mediated communication on the one hand and all other modes of communication on the other. If it is to retain relevance and deliver benefits to community, our understanding to cyber citizenship must be more holistic, to fully encompass and resonate across all the settings in which we live our lives, be that home, school, work, our local communities, or our communities of interest. So that's all from me. Thank you.